Hey, so I'm just going to put this out there. You do with it what you will. This platform is designed and intended to dispel myths and to disseminate through all of the information out there to make sure that the people, at least the people that entrust their education to Knowledge Well Media, have access to the unfettered, unadulterated truth. All right, never intending maliciously or wantonly to cause strife or dissension or division with any other channels. This is not for views, for clicks, etc., etc. All right, I do what I do because I believe in it, and I do the research that I do because I know that there's a truth out there, and I believe that it has been eluding us for too long, far too long. And so with that being said, I wanted to talk about the topic of the passport application DS11 form. I just left the post office myself, applying for the very first time for the passport. Now, it has become known to me that there are processes out here from different platforms, as it were, that are teaching to include with the DS11 form what's known as a statement or a declaration. Okay, now I'm not against that. I actually did that myself. Okay, so don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get off the freeway here. It's wobbling because there's ice in my wheel. I gotta get that out of there. So I'm gonna get off right now, and it'll stop the shaking if it's shaking for you. But I digress. The issue that I want to raise a question concerning is the information that is affixed to the DS11 form itself. Now remember, you are signing this document, this official document that will be delivered to the State Department, right? The Department of State, the Secretary of State of the United States, right? And you are filling this thing out, this instrument out, under perjury, under threat of perjury. I've personally watched other channels encourage people to, dare I say, not fill out the form. I'll just put it this way: not fill out the form the proper way, or to omit certain informations that are required. By that I mean social security numbers. Okay, I've watched certain individuals state that you should not include a social security number, and in fact you should put all zeros on the document. Okay, perhaps for fear that this gives the United States jurisdiction over you. I've heard all of that, right? I've also heard that when it comes to the question of whether or not your parents, your wife, spouse, what have you, are U.S. citizens or not, to put no, when that in fact may not be true. All right? We have to employ what's known as rational analysis, okay? The only reason why people are being encouraged to omit information or to outright and, dare I say, fraudulently fill out these, refuse to fill out these documents is because of the perceived conflation between a human individual and the legal or commercial entities. For if you knew the difference and you could make the distinction intelligently and rationally, then you would no longer fear the inclusion of the proper legal information that should be conveyed upon these legal documents. The Department of State is a legal, aka artificial entity. The U.S. citizen is an artificial legal entity. The state citizen is an artificial legal entity. So why would you as a human be concerned with or fear divulgence of the legal information pertaining to those artificial and legal entities? Why would you put yourself in a position of fraudulent misrepresentation, exposing yourself to the reproach of the U.S. government? Why would you need to do that? If you knew, and if you know your proper status and standing, your status, your state of being as an individual shareholder, stakeholder of the United States or in the United States of America. Your standing being the relationship that you have with the artificial, commercial, and legal entities. What is your relation? What is your link to them? Are you the custodian, trustee, manager, director? You see, because of the fact that people are not doing proper studies and are drumming on the same misconceptions and perpetually circulating this stuff without proper information. The people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, for what you do not know. And now it's going to cause a lot of pains and hurts for those that have entrusted education in a particular teacher, instructor. So I guess I'm sounding the alarm yet again. You know, this is what I do here on Knowledge Well Media, and I'm not trying to, again, discredit anyone. I don't contend that people are maliciously trying to necessarily take advantage of the people that want products and items and information. But alas, if we don't do something now to stop the bleed, our children are coming up next. Okay, and some of them are now paying attention to these platforms. And do you want your children to be red flagged for not playing the game the way that the game was meant to be played, perceived as combatants to the United States? Do you want that to happen to your children as they start off in this game? No, probably not, right? So this is why I do what I do. Okay? And so with that being said, rethink this and watch who you're eating. Don't eat, remember Mama said, don't eat everybody's food. Everybody don't know how to cook. Okay, but Knowledge Well is here. If you want to know how to apply this and all other information that is shared here for educational purposes only, please look down in the description of this and other videos and contact us. KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. That's knowledgewell4u@gmail.com. All right, if you want to know how to apply this and other information to your individual specific situations, all right, you want to get on a good foot, all right, you want to dispel the myths, and you want to make sure you're doing this thing right. You're playing this game the proper way. It's not wise to kick against the prick, as the Bible says, or kick against the brick or whatever it is, right? You hurt your own foot, all right? This system is here, and it's here to stay, okay? So be honest. Don't perjure yourself, okay? Realize that this is a legal issue. And either you are a legal entity or you're not. And once you know the difference, then you'll start to make the difference. All right? With that being said, now you've been made free. The question is, what are you going to do with it? We'll see you every Sunday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here, live. Courtney signing out.